What were the main talking points for today's practice, knowing that you kind of want to still lock down those turnovers?
It's about us, about our defensive approach, what we want to do defensively, have the same defensive energy we had against Boston, nothing different.
How much of an emphasis has ball security been over the last couple of days since the
Big, it's big. I mean, again, some of it was expected, but not 26 times. It's a few times too many. So, it's one of those things where, just taking care of the ball, understanding, seeing situations. Again, we've been really focusing on defense, and, we'll figure the offense out. It'll be something we'll keep harping about, taking care of the ball, not forcing it, and not try to make things happen that are not there.
Given that the average, I think, was just under 14 last year, it's still second preseason game. Do you have a goal for tonight, a number that you'd like to see the turnovers kept under?
We always want to try to get around 13, 14. I think we were, number 5 in the NBA last year, and three in turnovers. And so that's we take pride in that, and that's why the other night was very alarming.
You're going up against a pretty good rebounder and Kevin Love, of course. Are you looking to see what you can get out of your bigs tonight? Because I know you may not play Tyler due to the fact that he had a lot of minutes last game.
No, we're going to look at some other situations, but Tyler is probably going to get some minutes, and we'll look at some other guys filling in to see where they are and get them some time and some run.
How do you think Ricky's progressed as a player, Ricky Rubio?
Oh, he's really grown. I mean, first year's always had the typical rookie blues and struggles, but he's really grown and gotten better. He's gotten stronger. Most of all, he's gotten used to the NBA game, more confident. He's been playing ball since he's been 12, I think, but he's really a quality passer, quality, scorer now. He gets you in transition, attacking you. So he's really figured out the NBA game, which is scary if you're an opposing team.
What do you think they put together there? If everybody's healthy, is that a West?
It's scary. Yes, it is. I think it is. With Pekovic inside, Love it being healthy, they're definitely one of the top teams in the West just because of the weapons they have. Kevin Martin's one of the best three-point shooters in the league, so they have a lot of weapons. Corey Brewer's made a niche for himself in the NBA, so. They got a lot of weapons, and even coming off the bench, you have Dante Cunningham, who didn't even play the other night. Derek Williams is figuring it out, and I like the team that Flip's put together.
Like you said, a ton of offensive players. The question is whether they'll play enough defense.
Well, that's all of our challenges. We have that challenge every day, and that's something that, if you're serious about winning, you'll figure it out. If you're serious. Now, if you want to give lip service to the media and talk about winning, you'll go out and just try to score a ton of points and outrun everybody. But if you're serious about winning, you have to be serious about playing defense. And that goes for all, anybody that's serious about winning.
What kind of test at both ends is Pekovic for Jonas with his size and ability and everything?
What's that about Pekovic?
Yeah, what kind of a test is he at both ends for Jonas?
Oh, huge. He's one of the strongest players in the world on the court. And he knows how to use it. He knows how to play the game within the game. And he's a handful. He's smart. That's the thing about him. He just knows how to play, and he's a challenge for JV. And and this is a good lesson for him to learn how to play against smart players like Pekovic.
That's something you're looking to see already. I think last year he got bullied by him a bit.
He did. That's that's where you have to learn and grow, and that's part of JV. Again, JV's not a finished product. He's still got a lot to learn. Had some very rookie-like fouls the other night in Boston, and he's just got to learn from that.
To change the subject a little bit, you've been on both sides. Why do you think it's been so hard for college coaches to find their way? Is it simply a matter of they don't inherit good teams?
No, it's a different game. It's fundamentals are the same. Fundamentals are really the same on any league, but it's the nuances of the NBA, the longer timeouts, the number of timeouts, the number of possessions, the shorter clock, all those things, fill into the nuances of the NBA, knowing how to play those situations. Whereas in college, you'll have that long clock, you'll have the continuity offense down pat, where in the NBA you may have a 14-second clock, you may have 8 seconds on the clock, you may have a deep so many things you have to be prepared for in a shorter period of time. Is a huge difference. And then again, you have players who have security, whereas in college, you're the general manager, head coach, and you're the judge and jury in college. Whereas in the NBA, there's a lot of other factors that go along, a lot of the variables that you're dealing with. So You learn. I mean, believe me, Brad Stevens is a smart guy. He'll learn the NBA coming from college. It took me a while to learn the difference in the game as coming from an assistant coach in college to the pros. It seems like 30 years ago, but you do learn the nuances and the personalities of the NBA.
Do those guys just need to have security and decent
Time? You need time. Yeah, you need time to get it together, and and I think patience is, if you're building something, patience is very important to have that continuity. And if you're a college coach coming in, if you have time, you'll figure it out.
Ainge seems to be a guy who has a plan and patience.
He does. They have a plan in place. They have a plan and the patience in place, and they know what they're going to. And I would say they don't have a bad team. You put Rajon Rondo on that team, they have a good team. He makes up for a lot of the guys' weaknesses. Of course, they don't have Kevin Garnett and Pierce, but they still have very good NBA players on that team.
Do you know Brad at all?
Yeah, I know him not very well, but well. Yeah, I know him well.